Where's my War Eagle cup?
Lost it.
Well, you never got it because it never said War Eagle on it.
Oh my goodness. Nice going, Troy. What are we doing? Where is the mug? I can't eat it. I miss the mug.
Testing, testing. I knew you were going to say that, Trey. Trey, don't hear. Good morning, North Nation. Hopefully everybody had a great time last week at homecoming. I didn't get to see it, but I heard Moses showed up at halftime. So quite the experience for the Navy.
The kickoff coverage unit has been a struggle so far this season, letting up a touchdown and a 99-yard return. Would you say this will be an area of focus for you in the week?
I should hire you as an assistant coach. But yes, that has been one of our major focuses. Matter of fact, we went back and charted every single tackle that someone has made on that unit. Again, we've come up, Coach Krause, our special teams coordinator, that has been the point of emphasis this week. And a lot of it is just the timing with our kickers, because we're blessed to have kickers that are dual sport athletes. They're soccer/football, so they're not at football practice a lot. So the timing of those units are off. So we're trying to get Blake where he's there more for those things.
What is your biggest takeaway from the Staley game?
I thought that we played extremely well. Stayed in there. Staley's a great team, great program. So it was a good win for us. But the biggest thing was just how we stayed in there and battled and fought adversity through some things. And the biggest thing that I liked is usually sometimes when the bullet gets firing, we have some kids that kind of get antsy and lose their discipline a little bit, but the team stayed together and stayed focused and was able to figure out what we needed to do to be successful.
How do you game plan against defensive and offensive lineman Bo Stevens, who has multiple D1 offers?
Well, Bo's the man, and I talked to our kids about Bo in film the other day, because the thing that I'm impressed with Bo is that young man's out there with several D1 offers, but he's got 2 torn meniscus, 1 in each leg, obviously. He's got 2 broken thumbs, and the man's out there still playing football. So my hat's off to him, but he's definitely a difference maker for them, and he goes hard.
Blue Springs is a state contender year in and year out. Is there anything you take away from their program to try to replicate for our program here?
Well, Coach Donahoe and I have been friends for a long time, so I think the main thing is like I've told y'all from day one, I think that when you get programs like that and you get them rolling the way you want them rolling, is the thing is you always focus on yourself and not on other people. So that's the biggest thing.
How have you kept your players focused week in and week out, even with the best start in school history?
Well, that has been the task this week. I've said it before, I think that when you put cologne on just a little bit, it smells good, but when you bathe in it, you start to stink. And hopefully we don't have some young men that are starting to think that their heads are getting big. We need to stay humble. My dad told me a long time ago, it's like fishing. The fish don't get caught until he opens his mouth. So we need to keep our mouth shut, worry about the Eagles. Unfortunately, in today's society, when you have all these Barstool accounts and everything else, and people hide behind fake names, they like to pound their chest and talk about this and that and talk noise. But the main thing with us is I hope our success doesn't change us. I hope we stay who we are, stay focused, stay humble, stay hungry, and then we will continue to be successful. If we let that go to our heads and we get big heads and we start thinking we solved all the problems, then we're going to get slapped in the face.
With Blue Springs being a team you could potentially face in the postseason, do you consider holding back certain plays so you don't show everything off in your first appearance?
I think, again, we approach every game individually, one game at a time. You hate to say we're going to save this for later down the road. Well, what if you don't get later down the road? So to me, every game is important because it's the next game. It's kind of like a baseball. I'd probably go crazy if I was a baseball coach, but if you got a stud pitcher, you're thinking, I got to save him from next week. Well, what if you don't make it the next week? You know, so we're going to play every game to win that game. So, no, we're not holding anything back. Again, thank you. It's been an awesome start to the school year for all the fall sports. All the fall sports are doing really, really well. And just want to say thank you to the Navy and the student body for the awesome support, and to our administrative staff that's given great support to the school. And I know all the athletes appreciate it. War Eagle.